Hey everyone, welcome back. So the last time, things took a really strange turn when Beryl stumbled upon a kid with magic trying to pick his pocket. But she dropped her ring necklace, through which Beryl meets her again. That necklace was important to her, so Beryl convinced her to talk. For that, Lucia brought in the magic corps commander. A mage is a huge asset, so why would a child blessed with such power resort to petty theft job? After some gentle questioning, a heartbreaking truth spilled out of Mui. A twisted wizard promising to resurrect her sister for a sum of 5 million. The realization hit everyone that this innocent kid was being cruelly manipulated. That's why Beryl and Lucy tracked down the lowlifes responsible, and let's just say Lucy had a very convincing way of extracting the truth, that no such resurrection magic existed. You could practically feel Mui's world crumble. All that fragile hope was shattered, with no adult she felt she could trust after such cruel deception. That's why Beryl stepped forward with a quiet promise in his eyes that he would be there for her. Then later, Lucia prepared to escort the captured thieves to jail. But someone intervened and silenced them permanently. The dark implication hung heavy in the air as the church was involved, and meanwhile, Beryl, completely unaware of this and was going on through his day, that's when Lucia arrived, and delivered the news of Twilight's death. He was loaded with magical artifacts way beyond his class, which shows he was nothing more than a puppet. But for now he left the investigation to knights and heads to Baldur's shop for his new sword. This blade was a masterpiece, and you could see the eagerness in Beryl's eyes to test it. But waiting for Beryl outside of the training ground was Lucy. She led him back to her place, where Mui was staying. Lucy was gently trying to persuade Mui to consider joining the Magic Institute, hoping to offer her a new path and a chance at a future. But there was another presence in the room. A priest named Ibroy from the Church of Sphene, a religious order from the neighboring kingdom. Now this is where the threads started to tangle. Those high-level magic accessories Twilight had were made in Sphene Ardvanian, and pulling the strings behind that man was Bishop Rivos. Rivos was gathering corpse and Beryl got confused. So Ibroy explained the bishop's insane delusion is to make a miracle of resurrection. Even Ibroy, a man of faith, knew it was an impossibility, yet Rivos was dangerously convinced. The frustrating part for Ibroy was his low rank preventing him from directly opposing the bishop, but he had vital intel that Rivos was in the northern district of this kingdom. They couldn't risk him fleeing back to his homeland, and that's where Beryl's unique position came into play. Untied to any church or government, he could move without raising suspicion. Their mission is to expose Rivos and catch him red-handed. So, as Beryl prepared to leave, he ran into Mui. The raw pain was still visible in her eyes. Mui looked at him with a quiet bewilderment, unable to grasp his kindness. She was still confused that why would a stranger show her such compassion, so Beryl approached her gently, wanting to convey that not all adults are monsters, that trust could be rebuilt, brick by painstaking brick. But the walls around her heart remained high, and sensing her fragile state, Beryl offered a soft smile and a silent understanding, giving her the space she needed as he finally sets off. Now back on the grim task, Beryl located the bishop and he tried to slip in unnoticed, but the church's knights knew he was here. So Rivos had deployed his finest knights who had magic to amplify their physical power. Beryl stood alone against formidable and magically enhanced forces. He held his ground unflinched. And just when the odds looked against him, Faisal and Karuni appeared, and their arrival was suspiciously well-timed. Yet they said they were passing by, so it's just coincidence. Then they dove into the fray. Their coordinated attacks swiftly turned the battle, and suddenly, the enhanced knights started to collapse. Faisal explained it's the backlash of boosting power with magic and asked Beryl to go ahead. That's why Beryl entered the church. His focus was solely on the man behind this nightmare. But Rivos merely sneered as he had his knight commander. The bishop continued his deranged pronouncements about miracles, even displaying his pathetic miracle power, which was a basic zombie spell. Beryl's breath hitched because among the lifeless puppets he saw Mui's sister. He didn't want to harm her, but the terrible reality crashed down with visible anguish. Beryl was forced to end her suffering, a cruel twist that stole even a proper farewell from Mui. That's why a cold fury rose in Beryl as he turned to the bishop. But the knight commander stood as an unyielding barrier. This opponent was on another level. His speed, his strength, everything surpassed Beryl, yet backing down wasn't an option. Beryl met his ferocious assault head-on, leaving Beryl reeling from the brutal blows. But amidst the pain, Beryl saw a sliver of chance, a desperate chance, and he seized it. Even as the commander's body started to crumble, his dying breath was a testament to his brainwashed faith in the bishop's miracle. It was a chilling example of how belief can be twisted into a weapon, and now, with the commander defeated, everything got over and Beryl thanked Vassell and Karuni. There the bishop was defiant in chains and continued his insane justifications, a sickening display of delusion and disregard for the victims. Bishop claims no one can stop Miracle because they have to do this to save the world. Then later, Lucy offered her congratulations, but Beryl felt hollow because he was unable to help Mui. Seeing his somber mood, Lucy decided a change of scenery was needed. She revealed his reward: a house, but the real surprise awaited him inside. There was Mui quietly cleaning. Lucy gently asked about her decision, and a small, yet significant answer came that she will attend the Magic Institute, and she would live here with Beryl as her guardian. Lucy then simply told Mui that Beryl had endured so much for her sake, urging her to try and place a little faith in him. A fragile understanding bloomed between them. It wasn't the triumphant victory he might have envisioned, but seeing that tiny seed of hope planted in Mui's heart, that was a reward that resonated far deeper, and that's how the episode 6 ended. So just stay tuned to watch more, and for that subscribe and hit the bell icon. Till then, take care.